Welcome to my YouTube channel, I guess. No, I don't understand. The egg tastes so good, but when I make myself eggs, I just want to puke. It feels so eggy when I make it at home. What's the secret behind the eggs tasting so good outside? It's the same egg from same chicken. Today we are working from a cafe and I brought you guys in with me. I'm at one of my favorite cafes ever. This one is Coffee Trotters and they have two branches. If you're from Chennai and you haven't visited them, what are you doing with your life? So the first one is in Alvapet. So that's the one I used to go to always. And then they opened a bigger one in Kotupuram. Nothing comes close to their cold brew. So if you haven't tried, please do come and try. I usually work from here when I want to romanticize my life a bit. Today I am planning to talk to you guys, answer some of the questions that you guys have asked in Instagram while I try to edit some videos and answer to some mails. If you're from my Instagram community, please drop a pink bow emoji in the comments so I know you're here. Let's get to the questions. So the question is, why did you decide to be a content creator? Okay, so I don't think the decision was ever made, and I started posting right about the time that content creator was not even a term that was termed at that point. So I was just having fun. So I used to make a lot of cringe videos. Okay. Embrace the cringe. It was a nice companionship that I ended up finding. Or I started enjoying doing this because I felt like I had a lot of friends. Imagine I am almost 25 and I have about 35,000 followers on Instagram, and that completely translates to 35,000 friends in my head. It's insane, and the community is so amazing, so girl, and even the men in my community are such a gem. It's insane. So everybody there loves talking to me as much as I love talking to them, and I overall started over time started sharing what I like, what I do, and a lot of things that started bringing more people towards the community. Yes, please do come in. Thank you. So they have this one combo. So they give you toast, they give you eggs and some greens, butter, cherry tomato with the coffee, and it's spectacular. So this is like my bribe on days that I have to work a lot. So jumping back to the conversation, so I just over time started loving the whole aspect of just talking to people. I talk about skincare, hair care. I think I just started having a lot of fun with it. So it was never from a point of, I want to make more money, so let me become a content creator. I heard content creator make more money, so that's why I became a content creator. It was never that. I started when this content creator wasn't even a thing. So it was purely riding the wave of having so many friends. So I think it still is like that. So since that's the core element of why I started, I still hold on to that aspect of being a content creator. So it's freaking fun. Next, someone asked, talk about coffees. Okay, so I do not like taking coffee with milk. I hate it. And it does something to my stomach. So the minute coffee goes in my body with a little bit of milk, I have to go find a washroom. It's not even a joke. And I hate it. I don't like the way it tastes as well with water. I mean, with milk. I don't want to be one of those people who feels they're very superior because they have black coffee. But I guess I am. But yeah, no jokes apart, I really hate coffee with milk. So I always have Americano. And when I am at Coffee Trotters, I have the cold brew coffee. It's insanely good. So I'm not even joking. If you're from Chennai, please, after you finish watching this video, please don't quit the video. Finish it, drive, Uber, Ola, whatever. Come directly to Coffee Trotters. Have their cold brew coffee. I bet you'll thank me. Next question. There's a lot of questions on people asking what do I do other than content creation. I'm into retail marketing and operations. Very hectic. Always. So I've been in this since 2019. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 6 years. I'm trying my best to manage the boat. I'm still learning. So next question is about how I manage my personal life and my work. Probably meet my friends once a month, which sucks. And I think I'm such a bad friend when it comes to that, because since I also have a job, I do content creation, and I live by myself, there's so much is required to do in such a little time. So I keep failing to be a good friend as a part of this whole adulting experience. But I think I've consciously made an effort to become better at it. I'm always available for texts, but going and meeting people has been such a task for me. I think I recently started getting better at managing my time ever since I hired a social media manager. Shout out to Monica. So she takes care of major aspects like operations and logistics with my page, while I focus on editing and creation. Editing as well, I have editing as well, I have two video editors on payroll, but I still am struggling on translating my ideas to them. I end up still editing. So she's taken a lot of load out of my plate. So now how it works is I probably do 8 hours of my day job, and it used to be 8 hours of content creation, that's 16 hours. So I definitely work solid 14 to 15 hours still. But now it's become 8 hours day job and 4 hours for content creation. So I have 4 more hours to focus on myself. So now I've been able to be consistent with my gym and just overall like watching Netflix and finishing my shows. So my suggestion is, over time when you start making enough money, it's time to spend and hire help, because I've tried it. I've tried my best to do it all by myself, but it didn't work. I've had like several breakdowns. So usually what happens is when I work on organic videos, I never have breakdown, because my brain somehow recognizes doing organic videos as a hobby, because it's completely your thought process. You're just working with yourself and you're just creating content for fun. So that comes off as hobby in my head, so I never really look at it as work, and it's just fun. It's just something that I do for fun. But what happens when you do brand deals is where the stress starts. It starts building up, because there are a lot of expectations that's set by the brand, and if you're charging certain amount, you need to be able to create an output that translates with the amount you charged. And secondly, there's timelines, there's guidelines, things, there's redoing, re-editing, reshooting. So that's where the stress that's where the stress starts building up. There are a lot of footages on my phone where I'll be shooting and then I end up crying. Like I'm literally like ugly crying on camera, and because I just couldn't handle it. As difficult as it being content created by themselves, I also have a whole day job, which is a big girl job. So I think it's gotten better now. I have people to help now, and two, started taking less projects, less paid projects. So I don't get stressed as much, and I don't want to be in the same place that I was a few months ago, just crying in front of camera. So never going back there. Okay, the next question is on how to enjoy your own company. So I don't have an easy answer for this, because I've always been someone who enjoys their own company. I think ever since I remember, because I'm a single child. So I was peer pressured by life to start enjoying my own company, and I've been really good at it. But I could give you certain tips as to how you can become the person who enjoys their own company. So, first, isolate yourself and start doing things that you love by yourself. So, it could be traveling. So, let's say you always plan your trips with your friend. Probably do one vacation where you just travel on your own. So what this does to your head is you are put in a lot of environments and situations where you're left with your own thoughts, and your own time. So, what happens in places like this is you start realizing who you are in the core element of it. So, usually, what happens when you so usually we are as such that we have different personalities for different groups. So I have a different personality for friend group 1, while I have a contrast personality for a friend group 2, and I have a whole another personality for my mom. So we are different people, but we have to over time realize who we are with ourselves. And that's where I think the self love starts. I'm just going to move the camera a bit. That's where self love starts. So, the more that you start spending time with yourself, by yourself, doing things in your own company, I think the more you realize who you are. And the minute you start realizing who you are, you have no option but to start falling in love with yourself and start enjoying your company, because it's very easy to fall in love with yourself. You just have to give yourself the space to. So I think once you start doing that, you get extremely comfortable with who you are and your own company, and which is also a problem because I like myself too much enough to just spend the rest of my life with by myself. So I don't socialize enough. So even that is an issue. So don't get crazy like me. But yeah, it's pretty easy to start falling in love with yourself and your own company when you give yourself the space and opportunity to know yourself. So that's it. Okay, so Chennai is definitely home. So there's no better place than Chennai, guys. So I think I'll stick to that till the day I die. And yeah, I cannot. I've never imagined moving out also. So that is there. So Chennai is definitely home. And secondly, the places that I love in Chennai, I love a lot of places. Tough question. So okay, let's go category wise. Okay, so in coffee shops, coffee trotters, no question asked. Restaurants. See, I love East Coast by Madras Square. Nandanas. So for rice meal and biryani, I would kill for Nandanas. And I love their carrot 65. They have the best. I don't know what that is. I can't even understand how it's veg. So I love carrot 65 there. And what else do I like? I love living room. What the hell? How did I forget that? I love living room, guys. I think living room is OG. Every time my friends ask me where do you want to go, living room is easily my option. So they have to tell me some place other than living room, Shivani, please. So it's like that. It's insane how good the pastries are there. So Old Madras Baking Company. Oh, I love Mahabs. So there's all these places in Mahabs that sells seafood. I love those. Even though all the dishes taste like it's made from the same masala and they all taste identical, I love that. It's a whole experience being in Chennai. It's weekend. You wake up, you call your friend up and say, do you want to go for Mahabs? And you drive until Mahabs, see the beach, which is technically available in Besanagar, right next to where I live. But no, you have to go all the way and see the beach, eat some squid masala, fish fry, prawns. It's a whole experience. It's a OG Chennai experience. So yeah, I think these are my favorite places that is coming to my head, and the list keeps expanding. Oh, I love Oyama also for Japanese food. So yeah. Next question. I'm reading the questions from my watch. Technology. I love technology. So, have you ever wanted a sibling? I don't think anyone's ever asked me that question except my mom. Yes. So even though growing up I was like, I don't want a sibling. I want my mom all to myself. But then later on, I realized it was a bad decision because every time I got screwed for something at home, I had to take the entire blame. I could not share it with another human being. I took all the heat. But the pros of it is I got all the love as well. So no complaints. But yes, I have thought that I wanted a sibling at certain point. Yeah. Okay, the next question is suggest me some matte lipstick that doesn't dry out your lips. So the one that I'm wearing right now is by Love Child by Masaba. Their formulas are extremely good. So I don't know what it is, but they have such a velvety formula for a matte lipstick. And what and apart from that, Discover Pilgrim. Sorry, that's a user ID. So the Pilgrim's product is good, and Simply Nam. Simply Nam has really good products. Next question is on how consistent I am with my diet and if I work out during menstruation. So I do not put myself to torture as such during menstruation. I just take like probably like a walk around the neighborhood. So I take it as light as possible, or I do yoga. So anything that's soothing and nice for the body. I don't do anything rigorous and intense during that time. And my diet recently, I've been very proud of myself. So I've been eating healthy, eating clean. I had an episode, so I used to be a binge eater before, so it was getting really bad at one point. So I started putting on a lot of weight, unhealthy. So I think now I've become better at it ever since I had dengue. So the dengue was really bad. So to the point that I came out of the hospital as a new person, and I went into this whole body is my temple route. So ever since then, I've been like really consistent with healthy eating. I don't do diet, so balanced eating, healthy eating, clean eating is all that I do, and that's been really, that's been doing its part. I've been losing weight with just that, just clean eating, portion control. So I don't think I can ever go to eating just greens and no carb. I cannot survive like that. So I use this app called Lose It. So it's like Fitness Pal. So what it does is it helps you track your calories, but I tend to not use it to track my calories but track what I'm eating. So I know I'm eating, having balanced diet. So what this does is at the end of the day, after I finish my logging as to whatever I've had that particular day, it gives me a pie chart as to how many percentage of protein I've had, how much percentage of carbs I've had. So it's really helpful. You guys should check that out. How do you manage living alone and the chores that come with it? Okay, so I have been living alone for 2 years, and I really couldn't deal with doing the house chores because I work about 15 to 16 hours a day. So I could not make food. I could not like take care of the house by myself. So what I do is I currently like I'm fortunate to be able to afford house help and cook. So they've been like life saviors. So that's how I'm managing living alone at this point. But yeah, so it used 1 year I was doing all that by myself, and I don't think I can anymore. It was lovely chatting with you guys. I still have so many more questions left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a part two. I'll answer those questions while I do makeup at home. So please do subscribe, like, and comment. So I'll see you in the next video.